And hello everybody, and welcome to this new Shadow News. I am Victor, the French country manager, and I'm with Thomas today. Hello, Thomas.
Hello guys, I'm Thomas. I'm the head of communications at Shadow since January now, so quite a few months, but I'm still quite new to the company compared to the amazing guy at my right. Yanis Weinbach. I'm not saying that because he's my boss.
Just remember, I am the oldest employee of Shadow. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks. And yes, we are with Yanis. Hello, Yanis.
Hello, Victor. What's up?
Cool. I guess. Who are you? What are you doing in this beautiful company?
I'm doing plenty of things. Among them, there is marketing and handling the consumer business mostly.
And no, it's not French only.
It's not
we are
French
trying.
at all.
Guten Abend. My German is terrible, but guten Abend.
Hello.
We had Paul the last Shadow News that was talking perfect German, so
But
not every time.
us.
Not every time. Sorry.
So what's the plan for today's news? We're going to talk about...
We'll talk about the holidays. It's quite important.
If you want to. We have the power upgrade to talk about. The new markets.
That's more important.
The Gamescom.
Yes.
The Redux and Bugs Fix. And something else.
Surprise at the end.
No, I don't know.
A small surprise at the end, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We will see. You want to talk about your holidays, Yanis? Go for it.
Yes. I
Because
mean,
we need to
holidays were nice.
we need to wait like maybe 2 minutes to have more people in this live stream. So yeah,
talk about
it's
your
kind of an obligation to talk about Yanis'
My
vacation,
goodness.
even if we don't want to.
I think it's the holidays were not as great as I would love to because it's post-COVID era and we went only to France.
Oh.
So I'm slightly sad about it.
Rich problem. Okay.
But
It's true.
wow.
What about your holidays?
Well, I don't know if I can say I stayed in France because I went to Corsica, which is a tricky topic. You guys that are not French may not know that.
you
but,
don't try this kind of stuff
yeah,
on the French
yeah,
live stream,
exactly.
right?
I didn't say that during the French live earlier. But yeah.
And yeah, my vacation was very cool, and my wife not broke her foot, but kind of during the last day of holidays. So it was really fun and really nice. Talking about nice stuff, let's talk about the power upgrade.
Oh yeah, the power upgrade.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess we have plenty of things to talk about today. First one is we announced a few days ago that we will be doing pre-orders on September 20 for the release of October 26. There will be a basic rule of first come, first serve, based on 2 batches. We will, of course, give priority to users who tried to pre-order Ultra and Infinite and were not delivered in the past. This is the case for some European users in the UK and in Germany. There will be a lot of availability for this, and we have also great news for those users who did not receive their former pre-orders, as we will be doing an early access. Slightly earlier than October 26, at least.
Early
I think
October?
Early
Yeah.
October.
Yeah.
The plan would be to have an availability for them with a GPU that is very close to the one that they will have in the standard power upgrade. So we will give you an idea of the performance of both configurations. And tell you more about how we benchmark those, how we actually built the configurations, and why we choose them. So I think we can start with that.
So maybe said the early access will be a cheaper price than the...
Yeah, because not the same GPU,
That's
not the same price, right?
Yeah, that's great news, and I totally forgot about it. It will be $9.99 instead of $14.99. So the early access is quite a bargain. It's in limited supply, of course, but it's specifically for users who were not delivered in the past.
Yeah, and it's also an unlimited time. So that means that basically if you're getting the early access and you want to keep it forever, you can basically. So that's nice.
And you can expect us also to drop some on some social networks to make the community win a few slots also.
Yeah, sure.
To give you an idea about the comparison between the different setups. So here you can see a performance score showing off the performance. Shadow is at 1, and we see that the power upgrade actually delivers 1.65 times the performance of Shadow, and the early access is 1.54. So this score doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
But as we're not Apple, we will be explaining how we did it.
It's a
So
cheap shot.
we worked a lot on benchmarking plenty of games to understand what the best configuration we could create. And this games panel that you see here represents a lot of different game engines. The first one, StarCraft 2, has a particularity of being a very CPU-intensive game. It's an old game, but it has the virtue of draining CPU instead of draining GPU. And it's also the best benchmark to compare to for League of Legends, which is the most played games in the world right now. We have also Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is quite demanding. 3 games from Ubisoft with very good game engine. So The Division 2, Far Cry New Dawn, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Final Fantasy 15, which is a very demanding and a beautiful benchmark too. And Borderlands 3, which makes it great because we can actually benchmark Unreal Engine with it, and it's running very well also. So all those games delivers FPS in Full HD, and we calculate the amount of FPS that we have for each game, and we try to create a score based on this. And this is where, with an average, you get 1 for Shadow, and what you saw, 164 for power, and 165 and 154 for the early access. What you see here. To give you an overview of another game, like a more recent game, you can also see we have a benchmark for Forza Horizon 5. To give you the details, here you have Forza Horizon 5 in Ultra, in Full HD and in 4K, running on Shadow and running on the power upgrade, to give you an idea of how many FPS we can deliver. And can it run Crysis? Yes, it can run Crysis. I love it. Even the remastered version.
You never lie. So that's the powerful, and it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
But how are we going to deliver the early access and pre-orders?
We will send email batches to the customers in the coming days to give you details about the early access, then about the pre-orders, and everything will be based on email mostly until we actually release, where you will be able to order directly on the website. We are working a lot on revamping our whole business solution and what actually does the processing for us, for the payment, and for handling all the subscription of Shadow users. So you can expect a few hiccups in the future, but this is because basically we are building better foundations for the future to have a more powerful business solution in the back to run everything.
Yeah, and what I would add is regarding the pre-orders, we definitely take the point on not having something that goes out very early in the morning in Europe. So you guys in the US are not advantaged. So that's definitely something we are going to take into consideration. And regarding the 9.99 price of the early access, this is not in a limited time. This is forever.
Yeah.
As long as you want to keep the early access, you will keep that price. Of course, if you want to move to the main power upgrade, you lose that one. But yeah, that's the idea.
Can we have some detail about the launch?
Yes. So yeah, we are all over excited about the October 26th launch. What we know is that there will be a lot of supply at launch, but you can probably buy everything. So we expected that too. This is why we expect to have resupply every month or so. The idea is that right now we have like a real strong partnership with OVH to bring more servers to the table when you guys actually need it. So you will have more details about the incoming stocks on the social media, and as the first time we will do pre-orders, but then after we will deliver a batch in the future. There is a specificity in the US. We know that unfortunately our Dallas data center will have an incompatibility issue, so we won't be able to deliver power to the Dallas data center in 2022. So we're working on a solution to have it delivered in 2023. So this is available for this power upgrade will not be available for
Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Yes, so it's quite important that we tell you about this. The whole team is doing everything they can to deliver for this, but we unfortunately discovered that it's not possible due to an incompatibility with our hardware.
This is definitely not a good news for sure. The thing is, the teams are really working hard to bring it as early as possible in 2023, but we don't have an exact date yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, working on it for sure.
So everyone else and every other market that we deploy right now will be able to have the power upgrade.
Yeah. Talking about new markets.
Yeah.
What are they?
Yes, new markets, and I see someone from Italy apparently in the chat, so that's great news. Because we are
And,
going to
the
talk-
question are for the end of the live stream.
Yeah. Let's have some questions on the new markets afterwards. But yeah, new markets. That's very exciting as well. So as you know, we announced the fact that we announced actually a while ago that Canada and Austria were coming. We announced last week a date, and that's actually next week, September 15, that we open in Austria and Canada. So that's very, very cool news. We are very happy to bring the service there. These countries will also have access to the power upgrade in October 26, like the other ones. So that's also a very good news. As you may know, we already have a data center in Montreal, so that's just it feels normal, I would say. And we have the Oregon data center that also covers the Vancouver area. In Austria, it's going to be our Limburg data center in Germany that will cover. So very good performance there. For Canada specifically, people will be able to check beforehand the connectivity to make sure it works well in this country. So that's great. The other cool stuff is that actually that we will have some early birds offer. So basically, the first people coming to the service in those two countries, and that includes the people that maybe were living in Canada and had an account in the US, something like that. Maybe it's a good time to
you exist. And we know who you are.
Apparently, it's a good
Where
time
you live.
to come back to Canada and maybe grab an early bird account, because basically you will have a promotion that will last forever. So this promotion will be there forever. So that's cool news. We will detail this a bit afterwards, but basically the idea is that you will have a specific voucher. So that's pretty nice. A nice surprise for these new markets, and that's for Canada and Austria. Maybe
Will you do like the Quebec version with specific French words, or
probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. That's actually a good point regarding language, because it's not that hard, I would say. Of course, there's a lot of technical challenges, but for the language, it's easy, let's say, because we are already in Germany, in France, in the UK, in the US, etc. So Canada, Austria, that's languages we know, but then we move to other territories, and we are very happy to announce that it's coming to Italy September 27. So that's very cool as well. And the plan is and same thing, October 26 for the power upgrade, you will be eligible, the same thing. And then we are coming to Spain, the next one. We do not have an exact date yet, but it's going to be this fall. As for Denmark and Sweden. So the idea is really to open as soon as we can, but we don't want to rush things, and really do it the right way. Bring people in our teams that speak Italian and Spanish, for instance. In Denmark and Sweden, it's going to be in English, to be honest. But yeah, we know that there
it's a bit tricky to find people.
It's not easy, and we know in those markets people are talking very good English as well, so it's easier.
And if you're from Quebec, on arrive le 15 septembre chez vous. Voilà. Yeah, it was for the Quebec people.
And by the way, if you are a community manager speaking either Spanish or Italian and French or English, just ping us.
We are recruiting right now.
We are recruiting, so
if you want to join the team,
please come.
Let's go.
We need you guys.
I don't know if Alpha is here, but you can put the
Shadow.tech/jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Shadow.tech/jobs. Easy.
So it was the new markets.
Yeah.
But talking about other territories than France, we can talk also about Germany a bit, because we were at the Gamescom.
We were at Gamescom 2 weeks ago now.
Amazing trade show.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I could also discuss the the fact that we came back from Gamescom in a extremely interesting manner, and it was quite an adventure. But I won't go into that much. But a lot of trains, a lot of people drinking beers in the trains and stuff like that.
Like
That
a
was
really
weird.
a European problem.
Like Thalys cancellations are a journey.
Yeah, that was something. But anyway, no, the trade show was great. Not the biggest Gamescom ever, for sure. It was the comeback of the event after COVID. So there was not some of the biggest players there, but basically it was a very nice time to meet with a lot of journalists, especially people from Germany, because of course we are a French company, very known in France. We are known in Germany among gaming and tech connoisseurs, I would say, but not everyone, not as much anyway. And it was great to meet with a lot of German journalists, also with a lot of gaming publishers and developers. And we were able to discuss a lot of opportunities. As you may know, we helped Bandai Namco make the previews for Elden Ring earlier this year on Shadow. And when you are able to handle such a game in that fashion, like really frame per frame, it's just a great showcase for other developers and publishers.
Yeah,
So,
and Elden Ring wasn't a huge game after all.
no,
you know?
no, not a big game, you know.
Yeah.
And not a game when you need to be very
Almost
precise in
tennis
what
cells.
you do. Yeah. So anyway, it was very very cool as an event, and being able to meet everyone from the industry. So very nice to be back to Germany. It was personally my first time back in Germany since the last Gamescom. So it was cool to be back.
So Gamescom is about video games, but also about other stuff, like Shadow, actually, with Shadow Drive. Let's talk a bit about Shadow Drive. So first, what is Shadow Drive, if you don't know what it is?
Yes, this transition is still too much.
Don't think
It's a
so.
bit better this time, huh? Yeah, it's
Works best in English.
So yeah, Shadow Drive. We are pretty proud of the current soft launch of Shadow
and
Drive.
you have Eric in the background, our CEO, which is watching us and looking at us.
Not
so
scary at all.
we need to not say any mistake, right?
And we have the best CEO in the world,
Uh,
right? Oh, Eric, how are you?
Hello, Eric.
That was not the surprise you were talking about.
You wanna
Nice to see you.
you wanna give some details about Shadow Drive?
No, it's good. It's very good. I'm using it.
Closer.
I'm using it. It's fantastic tool. I'm very proud about it. So hello everyone. I'm glad to see you there, and the team is working very hard to deliver the promises, and I hope that you will enjoy it. So have a good day. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Eric.
Merci Eric. Opera. Lights.
He's trying to steal the.
Yeah, he's
The
doing
lights.
The lights.
Literally. So, Shadow Drive.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the soft launch. It's not available to everyone yet. It's available only to users who were former users of Ubiq, the former storage service that we were actually operating. Ubiq will close on September 31st. I did something wrong on the French stream, so it's
not
it's
October.
September
They don't know
31st.
about it.
Don't say anything. No, September 30 because it's not 31.
Yeah, it doesn't
September
exist.
30.
It doesn't exist.
I'm creating new days on the calendar. Anyway, the feedback
Because
for
you're
Shadow
all
Drive.
about innovation.
Yeah. The Shadow Drive feedback right now is really great.
Yeah, cool.
It's a very solid foundation for what we are building in the future. It's based on Nextcloud open source solution. So a very solid storage and syncing solution for everything, for all your files. And we are excited to launch it later this year. And right now we have more than 10,000 users in the soft launch, whereas we started
Which
it
is
only
really
3
good,
weeks ago.
actually.
So it's quite nice to have.
Yeah, because we are basically talking only to a limited audience right now. It's, as we say, a soft launch, so there are still a few hiccups we need to tackle, and that's normal. There are also we are also talking to a limited audience, and we are going to grow the audience. So
it's a new service for us
yeah,
because
yeah.
we are all about cloud computing.
yeah.
But launching a drive system was quite new for us, and we
Yeah.
are really proud.
You're saying that with cloud, sky is the limit.
Wow.
Now release and bug fix.
Wow. Let's
not
move
even
on.
talk about what happened.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh my god. So new releases. Chief.
So yeah, the first one, I guess you guys will enjoy. We changed the idle time we have. So basically, when your shadow is shutting down, we revamped the whole rules we had on this. So it will be much more convenient for you. We've increased greatly the time before it logs you off. Basically, there are two main scenarios. One where the servers are crowded. So basically, when it's between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m., when there are a lot of users, the time is much longer than before. And when we are in a less crowded time, for example, during lunch, you have much more time before it actually shuts down by itself. I hope you guys enjoy. It's quite complicated for us to tackle the issue and keep a solid business system, a business model, I mean. So with the new rules we've set up, we are confident that it will work much better for you. I hope it doesn't put too much pressure on us. If there is like I don't know, a lockdown in the future, we will review those rules. But I really hope not. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And you will see that, when you don't use Shadow and you still have it open, it will stay live much longer than it used to be. I know it has been quite a problem in the past, so I hope you guys enjoy this new update.
Yeah, it's great.
We also have the new theme, rebranding of the desktop overlay.
Yeah, there is we already did the rebranding on the launcher. We just released the rebranding on the overlay part. So with the new sorting system for the settings and much updated UI with the new colors and everything. There is also a new feature on desktop that we released. It's still development in progress, but it's available. It's what we call gamepad as a mouse, giving you the ability to control your shadow with your gamepad, basically using it as a mouse. So it's quite easy to understand. There is no user interface for it right now, but if you find the shortcut somewhere on the internet, you will be able to use it.
I think it's start plus select, but I'm not exactly sure about this.
Konami code.
Probably start, select, R3, up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
It's a very long joke.
Something like that.
And then down and down. And
I can go on.
But yeah, we are going to do a real UI somewhere to have all the information to use this feature, of course.
And right now it's only on desktop. Of course, we're targeting future release for this on TV apps, on tablets, mobile, etc.
Yeah, because it's way easier for us to do it on the desktop applications, but of course the whole idea is to use it on the smartphone and tablet. So it was for the new releases.
Yeah.
What about the fixes?
There are plenty of fixes coming up. The first one is the rollback on what we did with the USB forwarding rules. It has been an issue for box users and desktop users. Basically, the USB was not avoiding the idle time. Basically, your shadow was still shutting down even though you were actually using it. So this is fixed. There was an issue with the time banner that was on screen and was not removing even though you were actually moving your mouse or using your gamepad. So this is fixed also. There was an issue with that created an incompatibility with Virtual Desktop. So this is fixed also. And we are also optimizing the disk usage everywhere in the world. So deploying it everywhere on all the data centers. Basically, you had 100% disk usage on your shadow, which was actually a bug, and we're fixing this everywhere.
So despite the disk usage optimization, which is ongoing, everything we talked about was released.
It's released in production, so on the official version.
And about what we have right now in beta.
Yeah, we've been working hard on the rebranding on the mobile apps also. So this is in beta in September for Android and coming on iOS in October.
Yeah, it's going to look great.
You can see the screens here. So it's a revamped UI, all the new colors, all the new features. I guess the great news is that we're finally catching up on mobile, getting the same level of features that we have on desktop right now. And we have something pretty huge coming to Alpha.
Yes, nice.
Very, very, very soon. Something you talked a lot during your Shadow Morning in French.
Yeah.
And so I guess you will take over in English also, which is the new Shadow USB management system.
Can we have the video? Thanks.
Yes.
It's not yet in
Dimitri-
alpha.
Dimitri,
Very soon. Very soon.
Dimitri is very
Dimitri,
strong.
you're really good at this. So yeah, the USB management on Shadow. So for now, we are using a solution that is not ours to control the USB over IP on Shadow, and it was a pretty good solution back in the days, but now it's not really working well with Shadow, so we decided 2 years ago to make our own USB management software for Shadow. And with this new thing coming in alpha soon, not now, don't trust the
Yeah.
video, please.
It's a first
we
look
fix a lot of
exclusive.
stuff, but not our own videos here at Shadow.
It's a first look, a very exclusive one. So it's not now; it's soon in alpha.
So
but
yeah,
very soon.
So the whole idea is to have a much better control of the USB in terms of controllers, graphic tablets, right? It's a good word.
Yeah.
And also, if we have OTAS, I've seen the comment from Sverge on the comments. Yeah, so the OTAS controllers will work better. And if we want to add some more exotic USB devices, like for example the Stream Deck, right? Thanks. Or if we find a specific steering wheel or stuff like this, we will be able to look into it and maybe fix it, because right now, because it's not our own solution, we need to ask the other company who is owning the USB management soft to do some modification. Yeah, and it's really annoying for us and for this company. So we'll have a total control of it. So it's not mean we can say that everything's gonna work tomorrow with it, but for now we will be able to look at it and sometime and a lot of time, I hope, fix it. So it's a really, really great news, and it will be much better for everybody, for you of course, but also for us.
Yeah, either it fixes all the issues, or it helps us fix the incoming issues. So that's great news on every.
Understand why it's not working well,
exactly.
which we can do right now.
Great. So you want to jump to the next section of this amazing Shadow news?
No, because you're way better at it and you are the boss. So what are we working on right now?
So the in the works section.
Yes.
We're working on the drag and drop feature, basically having the possibility to drag one file and drop it to your Shadow. This is currently in development right now with the team, and what we see is that it looks good. Will probably be released in Insider soon. Only for this scenario, so having one file
from your local to your
from the local to the Shadow. We don't know if we'll develop it further, as we will have also synchronizing feature with Shadow Drive. So it's a nice addition to the experience, but
and it's really exploratory.
It's exploratory.
Exploratory.
To see if actually users use it. If you guys don't use it, we won't do it. So that's the plan. I mean,
because just remember, drop a file from a Windows to another Windows right now is technically impossible. Kind of.
For Shadow, it's not possible, at least.
No, just even with a two local.
General,
just drag and drop from a local to a local. So to a local to a Shadow is even better. Is even harder to do. So we need to see how it works, how you use it, how we want you to use it, because it implies a lot of stuff, even on our side. So we will keep you in the loop, of course.
Another thing we've been working on and that we expect to give you more details soon is what we call the trackpad mode. It's basically when you use the TV app, you can use your smartphone as a companion and use your smartphone as a trackpad. Basically giving you the ability to scroll and move the mouse everywhere. But instead of using a mouse, you'll be using your mobile. There will be also a lot of new features coming in the future. We are developing new things right now and exploring new territories about this, new grounds. But we don't have much to unveil today, as we already unveiled
a lot of stuff already.
Exactly. We talk about this
But we have
later.
one more thing. for
One more
today.
thing.
With the team, as you saw, we did a lot of benchmark. We did a lot of work on choosing the hardware. Thanks to the great work of Manu Silva also in the team, who helped us for this. But we have some footage, some gameplay footage from the power upgrade. So you will see this video we're showcasing right now. So you can see the difference between Shadow and the power upgrade. So you have Forza Horizon 5, which is quite impressive, running in 4K. You saw the benchmark earlier. You have God of War. There will be also some the Spider-Man, which is quite impressive because you see the impact of the DLSS and the ray tracing features on when you go from Shadow to the power upgrade.
Reflections.
It runs at 4K in something that's close to 60 FPS. So it's quite nice.
Yeah, and don't forget the video is compressed, so it doesn't give its full glory to the whole thing, but that gives you an idea.
And I will do some English live stream on the international Twitch channel because if you can't have the Shadow upgrade, power upgrade right now, I will show you how it looks, even if English is not my native language, and I'm terrified.
Victor,
that's
gonna be
So
amazing.
yeah, we will do.
By the
so
way,
I will play like maybe a real game like Cyberpunk or maybe Star Citizen.
Or Tic-Tac-Toe.
Star
a
Citizen,
real
I want
game.
to see that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great. And by the way, we talked about the Italian and Spanish community managers, but we're also looking for someone in like English speaking any
English
market. And English, it's impossible to find that though. But yeah, and in English, Victor, sort of, there would also be our face on Twitch. So yeah.
So
if
it
you
will
know
be
someone,
really-
if you are that person, do not
Basically,
hesitate.
if your name is Victor and you speak better English than our Victor, tell us, please.
It's gonna be really expensive to another Victor.
Yeah,
I
probably.
don't know if this company can afford it. So, question time now.
Yes.
What about IPv6 and DS Lite support in Germany? So no relation with
Totally
Nintendo.
saw an email
Right.
about that today. So I know there is a lot of work in the process right now, but we have no details to announce. But I can tell you that the team is full speed on this. So
And nothing about the DS XL, right?
absolutely no. There is a question about
It's a Nintendo joke. Yeah.
yes.
Regarding, I saw
There
another
is something
question.
about the DS also.
I saw another question about Germany specifically. So the data center is in Limburg, near Frankfurt. It's also the one that is going to serve for Denmark. So there won't be a data center in Denmark. But basically, why we are proposing that, it's because we know connection is good, and you can have a good service in Denmark. So yeah, it's going to be from Germany. Same thing for Austria actually, and for Sweden. But yeah, our connection tests are pretty good, and we know that the service is going to be good there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With our new back office and the new shop on the website, you will see we actually adapt the data center for you based on the zip code that you give for each of your territories. So this helps us giving you the best experience possible based on the data center we currently have, and it will make it much easier for you to tell us where you are, so we can actually give you the right data center.
Why is the percentage difference between pre-order and power? What's the GPU in each?
So yeah, very excellent question. So it's both are like 3070 class NVIDIA GPUs.
Yeah.
The first one is an RTX A4000, and the second one is an RTX A4500.
Not everywhere, right?
Right now, it's the case everywhere, and in the future there will be AMD also deployed.
Yeah.
But we do not deploy AMD right now. It will be probably deployed in 2023.
Yeah.
Is Shadow gonna reset with Shadow upgrade? Am I gonna lose anything, files, apps, etc.?
Yeah. This will happen. You will only have to reset your disk when the power upgrade is available in a different data centers than the one you are on. You will be able to know it when you upgrade. So it will be.
We'll inform you.
It will
course,
be. It will be, of course, very clear in the user experience. What you have to know is that, of course, the downgrade on the opposite. In the future, when you will have, for example, Windows 11 on Power, you won't be able to downgrade to Shadow without the disk reset.
Yeah, and with Shadow or not Shadow, just do some backups, please.
On Shadow Drive.
On data centers, because there are more questions on this one. So there won't be a data center. So there are no additional data centers opening planned for now. We are looking into it, but for now it's not planned. So I'm, as a reminder, we have 3 data centers in France, 1 in Germany, 3 in the US, 1 in Canada, in Montreal. And we do not have plans for new data centers, but we cover already all the markets I'm saying are going to be covered with great connection, basically. For instance, for Italy, there won't be one, but since we are opening the market officially and we have early birds, I would probably tell you to, create something new and have the early bird one, but you decide.
Any idea how Death Stranding will run on Power Upgrade? I've done Death Stranding, a long play. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I've done a long play with the normal
current
offer,
one.
and it was working pretty well. So it will work even better.
Yeah, it's
on them, but it's
very
already
good.
working well on the classic Shadow offer.
Yeah.
What about the RAM extender in the future?
I saw a lot of questions about the RAM. So right now we have only 12 gigabytes of RAM on Shadow and 16 on the Power Upgrade. We are looking at the idea of expanding the RAM right now, but we have nothing to announce. But it's something we have under the radar, indeed.
When will people?
Did we announce it?
There will be extra storage everywhere. Yeah, and something that that is great is that with our new back office system and solution, we will be giving you the possibility to expand your extra storage up to 5 terabyte instead of 2, which is quite a good news also.
When will people know if they are chosen as the early power upgrades, and how many will be chosen?
So the early access will be basically based on the chosen ones, whereas the pre-order is, of course, will be available for most of you, I hope. And then after that, we will actually give normal launch so that all the users will be able to use Shadow with the power upgrade. And everything will be based on emails. So check your mailbox. You will receive news from us about it.
And what about Windows 11 on the power upgrade?
So it's we're working on it. It's not available yet. We expect it to hit Shadow by the end of the year, hopefully. If it's not the end of the year, it will be very early next year.
If my apps are in the extra storage drive, is that gonna reset with upgrade? I don't think so when it's in extra storage. We need to confirm that. But
if you need to reset, you will need to reset both drives, the extra storage and the standard drive. Right now, there are some users who are still in our former Parisian data centers, even though we are migrating them. But once you're migrated, chances are 99% that you will have the power upgrade in the same data center, so no problem for you. If you actually try to order the power upgrade before you get migrated, you will be asked for a reset.
Will the normal Shadow get the power hardware in some years?
What, sorry?
Power hardware.
Will the normal Shadow get the power hardware in some years?
Well, that's the goal we have. I hope to have like an evolutive system so that we can actually swap the hardware from one offer to the other in the future. But right now, I have absolutely no idea about when this will happen.
So will the RAM be expandable in the future? We are looking at it. It's not an official information. We are looking what can we do, and if it's possible, if it's easy to do, and if it's good for our company
Is
health.
easy. I don't know if that's the GUA because our teams are working on a lot of stuff and some are
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
easy, frankly. But yeah, if we can find solution to do it, we will do it. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
But that's something we're looking at. of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
When is ordered the power upgrade in Germany? Where will be the server located?
Limburg.
Limburg.
Yeah.
There will be all equipped with power upgrade. The only issue we mentioned already is Dallas for now, but we are looking into solutions for that one.
Yeah, and of course, if there are stock issues in your data center, we'll be offering you the possibility potentially to go to another data center that is close to it. Basically, if you are, I don't know, give you an example. You are in Dunkirk and there is no more power upgrade in Dunkirk. You will be given the possibility to go to Strasbourg, which is another French data center, where some power upgrade may be available.
Great
at that
questions in the chat. Talking about mobile and tablet, etc., we actually did an amazing demo during Gamescom where using the pretty shitty, let me say that,
The terrible
Wi-Fi of the Gamescom, we were able to have at the same time Spider-Man running on a 300 euros PC plus Control running with all like ultra details on a tablet, on an iPad, and it worked really well. So yeah, it's gonna work on a phone the same way it does for the Shadow PC, the base PC, I would say, without the power upgrade. So yeah, that's the plan.
One last question, because it's starting to get weird in the
why
section.
are people asking for UK data centers? Yeah,
Already answered that one. Yeah.
But the thing is, they basically left EU, so
Oh, that's
no, okay.
It's a low blow.
that's a Brexit joke. Maybe it's a bit late for that. Oh, come on. No, joke aside, for now there's no plan for a new data center, as I said earlier.
It's so terrible to say.
So
Come
no,
back and we'll
it's
talk
on
about
you.
it.
It's on you.
God,
Come back and
the guy
we'll
is
talk
not
about
kidding
it.
around, is he? Oh God, real bullets there.
Any updates for Shadow on Steam Deck or web browser client at this time? On Steam Deck and web browser, no news for now. Maybe later, maybe not. We don't know. And on the Steam Deck, I don't think we are working on it. Can you just? I don't know on what it's based. Is it on Linux, something like this? Because I've seen people maybe installed.
That's a good question.
I haven't tried. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we should
And
check.
I think there are some people trying to.
Technically,
do
if you can
it, so-
install Shadow on
I
a
know.
Switch.
I know. I guess you can, but
Yeah, I see like videos about it.
Yeah.
Like plenty of them. Basically, Valve Steam Deck running Shadow PC.
Steam Deck is Linux. But yeah, see if it's Linux.
So,
Yeah, so it's it,
dude,
yeah.
just Google it. I guess it works.
Yeah, we know not going maybe to do something like official on it, but I think you can find a way.
Yeah, but
Last question, Yanis. Choose wisely.
For pre-orders, do we need to pay the $14.99 or full months in advance? No, you will be charged only when the hardware, the machine will be
when
delivered.
you have access to it,
When
yeah.
you will have access to it, basically.
Which employee can we gift a car Hot Wheels to enter the LXS without being a lucky boy? We only accept Teslas, and like the real ones, not the toys, because we're grown men.
Jackson says he's accepting Hot Wheels though,
So you can
we-
deliver-
there's a
yeah.
negotiation there. There's a negotiation there.
Okay, so that's the end of this live stream. Thank you to be here, and please subscribe, because we are going to do some live stream, not like every day, but
More
some live
often,
stream
more
about
often.
on the power upgrade around
October 7.
October 7.
Yeah. That's it.
So yeah, Yanis, that's the tradition in this live stream. So what is your final word?
Only one. It's hassle-free.
Nice.
Like David Hasselhoff free.
Mm.
Thank you guys. See you next time.
It's time to finish up, huh?
It's time to wrap it.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
guys.
Bye bye.